Welcome to our Divine Light Healing Circle. Today, our focal point will be to create ourselves free, to be ourselves. The theme is free to be me. And how can we get there? Well, you see in the picture behind me, a lot going on in this field, in our thought pattern field. A lot of information are coming in, a lot of frequencies coming in, a lot is going on here. And then we have balance. You can see two crystals here on the side, and they're framing these crazy works. So maybe it's time for you to work with some crystals to do some reprogramming for your DNA. But maybe even further out, it's important to just be still, to see what's going on, to feel and not evade maybe pain or maybe certain things which are going inside, and let maybe certain loop-de-loops, by just being still with it, lose its momentum, because it gets boring to always over and over and over spin the same wheel like a hamster in the wheel. So free to be me today has a lot to do with letting go of all the busy works here and intellectual capacities which keep us imprisoned in our own self, but also the theme about checking in what is outside and what's inside. And what's inside, that's our doing. What's outside, we sometimes cannot change circumstances. It just is. The world is a place of duality, good and bad, sometimes ugly, sometimes blissful. But what's inside, that's what we can shift and where we can be absolutely and truly free. All right, that said, we're going into our inner world by closing our eyes. With a single breath, we breathe out all these distractions of the world, all these fleeting thoughts, all these ramblings of the day. There's nothing more important for you to do right now just than to be. Being here where you are. And now you put yourself into the receptivity mode to receive into you your higher self, your soul self, reconnecting with your true self, your everlasting beingness, which is here encapsulated in a body. The body might be frail and might be diseased. It might be riddled with mental constructs. But we now connect with the core through the glistening, sparkling white diamond light and the golden soul frequency. If you can envision them together, do so. If you want to do one by one, that's fine too. White, silver, cleansing, sparkling diamond light with all the shimmering, glistening colors flow from the universal oneness into the top of our head, into every single cell of our brain, eyes, nose, ears, mouth, throat, and neck, shoulders, arms, hands, and out of our fingertips, along the spine and muscle structure in the back, into the heart and chest opening both wide, into the solar plexus to make it more radiant, into the whole digestive system, whole private parts, hips, legs, knees, calves, feet, and through the feet into the ground like roots. All old and unsupportive beliefs can be swept away into Mother Earth for recycling, while just a glistening white, silver, sparkling, pure, diamondic, shimmering light prevails. And then let it overflow from your heart into your aura. All the glistening, shimmering color frequencies included in the white light, filling all energy holes. Ripped into your system by shock experiences, or by any other shame, blame game with the world, in the world, and of the world. Smoothing over all energy ripples in your auric system, as well as also in your physical body, emotional body, mental body, spirit body. Your whole aura with all the different layers is cleansed, cleared, smoothed over, to be strengthened, and to become healthy, happy, whole. And now the gold light flows in with all the wisdom from the universal oneness, your eternal soul self, glistening like the sun of all our solar system. Golden light flows into every single cell of the brain, eyes, nose, ears, throat, neck, shoulders, arms, hands, and out of the fingertips, along the spine and muscle structure to the world. From the solar plexus, as it flows along the spine and muscle structures in the back, it flows to the front. And from there, from the solar plexus, it pops open all the chakras, front and back. The sun of the solar plexus as the sun of the third eye, as the sun of the throat chakra, as the sun of the heart, as the sun of the second chakra, as the sun of the first chakra. And it flows naturally through the whole body, into the hips, legs, knees, calves, feet, and through the feet into the ground like roots. Golden light pops open your system everywhere to a higher frequency level. All the blockages you were holding tight on, all the frequencies which do not belong into your higher order, anything which hinders you to remember of who you really are, eternal soul, having just a short experience here on earth. All that which you bring in from anywhere and everywhere to define you, to make yourself different, to say, I am not you, I am different from you. All that which excludes is now softened by this eternal golden light. While the white silver sparkling light is cleansing and clearing the path, the golden light now can flow in and bring the cup of our being to overflowing. In this beautiful flow of gold, it's like a lava flow. It melts even the hardest parts, which have become like ice or stone, melting it and opening ourselves up like a cup, overflowing. Our energy system gets wider as the golden flow flows through the whole body, through the feet into the ground like roots, all the way down, tapping our roots down into the core center crystals of Mother Earth. And then begin, as we are standing in the golden glow of the living waters of our own soul self, there's a fountain coming out of our heart, overflowing into our auric system, from the physical into the emotional, from the emotional into the mental, from the mental into the spirit body sphere. And as our sphere around us is filled with gold, our spirit widens into our energy field. And we bring from above, from the universal oneness, connectedness, and awareness into this world. Bringing the unconditional love from the universal oneness into this world. And as the golden light, like flowing waters of a river of unity and oneness, flows from above into the below, into the core of Mother Earth too. It flows from every single chakra into our connectedness to people we are intellectually connected with a third eye, into everything we are connected with, psychically speaking also, from our throat chakra, golden strings and strengths go into all the people we have influenced or which influence us, purifying all those spoken connection with the golden light as it flows further into the heart strings, all the strings and strands which are connecting us to other hearts of other people or animals or existence, the universe, all the way to the farthest regions, to the smallest microbe on this planet. All this connectedness flows through the heart. And all the strings and strands attached to certain things into this world will be purified by the golden wisdom energy of oneness. And then further goes through the solar plexus. All these personal connections where most push and pull energies are happening. These people we are karmically connected to, where dislikes and likes are mostly felt in the solar plexus strings and strands, where we know, oh, I do not like this person because, oh, I do love this person because. These strings and strands, which are mostly karmic and can be felt through time and space, feelers of the solar plexus, and also our solar system. Because whether we know it or not, we are connected to all the stars and planets in our galaxy. Because we are made of the dust of this earth and the planets around us, we took the body as a vehicle of such. And so we are connecting further through the second chakra, through the sacral chakra, to all our physical connections and the romantic sides, but also our inspiring connections, our creative connections. We're sending love and light and gold of our soul, existence, oneness, understanding and feeling, unconditional love to all those connections, whether it's the creative or the romantic aspect of the second chakra energy systems. And then further we go down to the first chakra and sending out all the strings and strands to the grounding the roots into the earth, but also into all that which we perceive as wealth, well-being, being sustained, being supported, being anchored here and nourished here in this system within this body, so that we can be here and play. Because a play it is. As now all chakras are widely open, popped open one by one, and all the strings and strands emanating from us are sending out golden tendrils, cleansing and clearing, purifying, reminding our co-fellow beings of oneness, gentleness, softness, bowing down to the divine order, being just free to be in that what we always are, in oneness, but in an explorative oneness, exploring aspects of that which is not us, the other, respectfully in our environment. This earth is like a huge sandbox in which we play. May we be like the children, playing joyfully in the moment, in this sandbox of the soul, this sandbox called Earth. Everything in this sandbox can be destroyed at a moment's notice. What we build can be dismantled, can be built again, to be dismantled again. So when this knowing of the golden light, the golden sand, the golden strand, that's the creative mind which builds in our sandbox. We are building, we create, we build up and tear down. So feel yourself embracing the ownership of spirit in this sandbox, this creative part in you, which creates your environment. And yes, there are others who create too on this planet. So sometimes you get into a tiff with another sandbox player. And maybe sometimes somebody destroys your little sandcastle. But the good news is you can build it again, even better than before, because you have never-ending energy and creativity in this play, if you so desire. Nothing can keep you from creating except frustration, anger, and fear. So let us ask us today in this meditation a little bit differently than usual. What are we invested in? Are we invested in our castle as we build it? That it has to be exactly maintained as we created it? Or is it allowed to crumble to make room for something else? In the creative mode, we can always change things. build it, tear it down, create something else. But are we invested in this form and this shape we give the sand, and don't allow anyone to co-play with us because our form rules? Or are we co-creators and say, ooh, I like what you created too. Let's build together. Today in this meditation, the golden light shows you inadvertently, through bringing up pictures, what your sandbox looks like. Is it a playground of joy and laughter and happiness? Or is it a playground of fight, flight, struggle, judgment, being judged, and all the labelings the mind puts in? And maybe sometimes in your mind's eye today, while the golden light is continuously flowing and the pictures arise of the sandbox play called Earth, you might step a step aside and say, when did the play become so serious? When did the play become pain? When did the play become suffering? When did the play become diseasement? When did the play become me? I put myself into the play and forgot that I'm actually the one who plays it. With this said, I'm calling in all light beings and guiding ones, guardians, angels, beings of the highest order, to help us understand what went wrong in our game, in our play, and where did we start to identify our soul being the game, and not seeing that we are eternal soul playing that game, creating it. All guiding ones and guardians who are now willing to step in and hold our hand or energetically support us to make us understand where the fun ended and the dread started, so that we can heal the dreadfulness of what we perceive existence and come back into the flow of joy, like a child experimenting and playing in the sandbox called Earth, and gaining wisdom through these explorations, through this play, gaining knowledge, gaining understanding, but always remembering it's just a play. You might feel bodily sensations in your back or arms or heart, or maybe in your head, or maybe all around you. Pay attention to the moment and the sensations you feel. What is happening? What is happening in your heart? Maybe it gets softer. Maybe it gets a little wider. Maybe pinpricks just disappear. Maybe the gold gets stronger and overrides some dark lines. Whatever it is, just observe Don't analyze, just see, feel, sense. And as these light beings and guiding ones take these restrictions away, these channeling our soul into the play so much that we forget that we are not the play, but the player who plays it. Your body might start tingling more as the flow increases now. As the golden light flow increases together with the white silver sparkling light, cleansing and clearing all that away from you, which is not you, which is not wisdom, which is not understanding, which is not supportive on your path, on your soul path. You might feel tugs and nips all over your energy field, as perceptions might be plucked away from your energy. You might feel a widening of your energy field. You might feel an inexplicable joy just being, just sitting or laying here, just being in the field of oneness, just blooming and opening yourself up like a flower to the sun. And letting all the other stuff wash away like cleansing flow of water in a still ocean. Peace, calm, and whatever might rattle you or shock you of the world, look at it and let it pass. Notice it and let it go. While your energy field widens more and more into a golden lotus flower on this earth, right here, in your room, in your place. And the endless bliss, the flame of bliss, the flame of your soul, dances and flickers, every which way, looking for new adventures, positive adventures, to be active, explore, with passion and compassion to yourself and others, while you do the sandbox play. And if you feel that the whole world is just always destroying your castles, then watch them for a while and see what they build, and stop building and watch and observe and learn and absorb. Is there something to be learned or seen or be shown? You still have your creation form, the tool where you can create. But sometimes when the world is out to destroy your castle, let them until they are bored in destroying all things around you. And you be then the one who builds and creates and shows the path there. So let your sandbox of this earth not be a battlefield. And if it is a battlefield around you, go within, be in peace, because you can always make the choice to be in peace, to go to this eternal part of you, to be in your core center of stability, to be in your core center of bliss, to be in your core center of joy. Nobody has the authority to enter into your soul strand and string of light if you do not give it. Nobody can enter your soul joy, flow, and bliss if you do not let it in. So understand that you're working from the inside out, being from the inside out, and not the other way around. As we are now wide open enough and opened up to the light like a flower, we are going just gently along the golden strand upwards, easily and naturally. We float out of our body with our awareness and consciousness, along the golden strand, high up into the sky, high up into the ether, and further and higher up, until we see our planet Earth from above, our sandbox. And no matter what's going on in the sandbox, we send our playing field love, unity energy, unity consciousness, embracing the sandbox like, this is my joyous tool, and I'm happy to share it, and I'm happy to nurture it. I'm happy to play with its sense and forms. And I'm happy to connect with the sandbox owner, Mother Earth, being grateful that I'm allowed to be here and play, sending love around the planet, that the sandbox play is more peaceful, joyful, harmonious. And in doing so, you understand that you're projecting your joy, your soul frequency, your soul's balance, your soul's equilibrium onto Earth. So that harmful expression of creativity can shift to more balance, to heighten awareness and wisdom. As you embrace this existence, this sandbox play of soul, unjudgmentally, with unconditional love, you shift everything on the playing field to the next level. Embrace this solar system and this planet Earth from the inside out. As you're taking the responsibility of understanding that you are eternal soul, having a human experience, but also are eternal, a multidimensional being which can express itself on Earth, but also in other higher dimensional forms. For that purpose, we're going further and higher up along the Golden Strand, to a place which we can call home. One stepping stone towards the eternal home. Like a way station on our way to Earth, now we can come back to this interim home in a higher dimensions. Everyone in the circle can go to their individual places of well-being. And this little bit different meditation today, many guiding ones and guardians, bringing also our people from the list to places of what they could consider a spiritual home place, a spiritual well-being place, a spiritual nurturing place, a spiritual wholeness and oneness place. And there they are navigated to wholeness and to oneness. As we are needing so many different things in our lives and developments, Spirit told me to leave you and let you go to your individual nurturing places, home places. And to that you fly in time and space. Now, see who greets you. See who embraces you. See and feel how your body reacts to this embrace of home. Sense your beingness of wholeness and oneness, being healed, being healthy, happy, and whole, being loved. Have access to more wisdom. Have access to intellectual understanding of how everything is built together and why. And definitely meet soul family. Have a chat. Exchange stories in your various playing fields. Have a fireside chat by the light of your souls. Or just float with them. Merge with your soul family. Connect. Reintegrate. In this oneness feeling, in this oneness sense, beingness, all that which is not true to your soul's nature can just fall away, can be cleansed like dirt from a fabric, washed out of you, so that you can regroup and renew your energy field, rebuilding the fragments of your personality, integrating them into oneness. Sometimes on Earth, one part of us becomes so big that it neglects other parts. Here, everything in home is well balanced. In your home base, your oneness space. Here, all your potentials exist already. All your possible plays, all your ideas about yourself and the world you live in. It's just an idea. So maybe let your people, your beings, your family, spirit family, help you to co-create your next chapter in the sandbox called Earth life. You can ask for your next steps to play your best play in this earthly sandbox. And you might be shown helpers, spirit guides, ancestors, animal helpers, power animals, other spirit beings, or even your soul family in the form of a symbol or significant presence. Invite them into your daily play, your daily life. Set all the entanglements which let you forget of who you really are, cannot get to you or at you or suck you into the play and make it feel dreadful. No, you can always come back here to rejuvenate and regenerate, fly around, splash around, have some fun, reintegrate, split off aspects, balance out in equilibrium. At this moment, you might perceive a particular frequency or frequencies of color vibration associated with your home place, or which connects you with your home place. Take note of this vibration and how it feels. Sense your expanded awareness and the bliss it carries as we are now folding our many golden energy leaves like a lotus back and close our energy to condense our field again, to come back down slowly and steadily to our body, regenerated, renewed, in more wholeness and oneness, as we are getting ready for a new round of sandbox play, the play on earth. Gently and softly glide back down the golden strand of your soul light and slide back easily and naturally into your body. You feel your feet firmly on the ground, your head still high in the skies, and your center is free to create. Sense the beings who helped you to cleanse and clear the fabrics of your soul from all that which you absorbed while you played here on earth. Understand, feel, and sense all the wisdoms you have gained so far, that you are not just a being, the one cell you were when you were initially created and took this body. But this play on earth gave you experience, treasures of experience, enrichments of experiences. And that's why you play. So whenever the play gets too hard, or the chaos in the sandbox gets too strong, go within into the stream of light, knowing that it's always connecting you to your home, and laugh a little about the chaos around you. Don't forget your sense of humor and the vast energy you have always access to. In that sense, to utilize that energy, please consciously ground yourself now. With every single breath, come back into your body, feel your body, but now regenerated, renewed, regenerated, rejuvenated. Closing your energy field to a more acceptable way for this earth play. Condensing some of the gold and white, silver sparkling crystalline light on the outer rim of our aura, that we are not so affected and absorb anything and everything from the outside world indiscriminately, but can always maintain the equilibrium in our own energy field. slowly come back into this physical form, ready to play. Till next week.